Hey guys, welcome back to another pick a card reading. So today's reading, as you probably read in the title, it's your sexual compatibility with whoever you're thinking about. It could be a partner, could be a crush, could be potential love interest, whoever it is. I'm going to check out your compatibility today. So I have 3 groups for you, and I have 3 crystals for each group. So group 1, we have this pretty little purple crystal, with some black in there. Very nice. Group 2, we have this nice little white marbly crystal, so you can see it better. And group 3, we have this very pretty bright blue crystal. I personally picked this one for the group I wanted to. Go ahead and pick your groups. We're going to get started. Group 1. So first, what we're going to be checking is we are going to be seeing, okay, so we have your sexuality, then their sexuality, and then we're going to look at how your sex is together, and then we're going to look at what you need to work on and then what they need to work on. So let's go. So I got, okay, so for your sexuality, group 1, whoever's watching, I got, I'm using the Goddess and Sirens deck, and I got Home. I feel like some of you might be Cancers out there. You know, your sexuality, it feels like home. It feels very safe and loving and caring. You're very sweet in bed. I feel like you have this natural seduction, but it's always like sweet, I feel like. And you're just very seductive, but it's like when your partner and you are getting together, they really like how sweet you are in and outside of the bedroom, and I feel like they know that you can bring the fire and the furiness, you know, but they just feel like you're so sweet and like caring, and you know, when you wrap your arms around them and you're all over them, they just feel like, you know, they're at home and you feel like home to them. So I feel like that's your sexuality. Maybe you like to do it outside for some of you as well, but you're like a homebody. You like to do it in the house most likely, but I'm getting for like your partners, you like to be lounged up in the house, you know, or you feel like home to them, and maybe even to yourself. Your body is your temple, it's your home. So that's your sex. So your partner's sexuality, whoever you're thinking about, I got Joan of Arc, I believe, and I got Faith. So I feel like your partner, whoever you're thinking about, this person they're faithful to you. They would never hurt you. They would never cheat on you. And, you know, if you guys plan sex and you're like, oh man, you know, you have a job and you're like, oh man, I have to stay late. They're like, it's okay. When you get home, it's still going on, you know? I feel like they sort of just like, it's gonna happen. So they're very sweet. They're strong. They're very strong. And I feel like they fight for what they want. They might have fought for you, for some of you who are with this person or who are being pursued by this person. They probably fought very hard for you and were just like, you know what, that's gonna be mine. And I feel like that's how they are in and outside of the bedroom. They could also be a redhead. They might have some passion in them. They might be a Leo. Have like maybe a Leo Venus. I know I do. So maybe some Leo in the chart, Aries, maybe even a little bit of Sagittarius. Yeah, they have a lot of faith though. They might be religious as well. So if they are, I feel like they have a lot of faith in, you know, divine connections, and I feel like as far as love goes, they want to make sure that it's the right type of love before they just jump into it. So my camera's crooked. Ugh, I hate that. But anyway, so that's your partner. And the combined sex, we have my little, what are these called? Tarot of Sexual Magic. So I got 4 cards for you here. Let's see what they say. So let's read them upright. I have them in reverse, but I'm gonna read them upright. So the first card I got, okay, these are kind of graphic, so I might cover them up just for, you know, YouTube's sake, but this one's okay. So this is the 9 of Wands. This one's kind of graphic. This is the Six of Swords. Her boobs are out, so this one isn't that bad. The Four of Pentacles. Oh wait, that was graphic. Well, oh well, I guess. Okay, this one's really bad. I might have to cover this with like another piece of paper. We have the King of Swords. So just pretend like, you know, everything is fine in that card. Okay, let's move on. So I feel like this person, like your guys' sex, you like pay a lot of attention to each other in the bedroom, to what each other likes. If you're a woman, I feel like this, and you're dating a guy, I feel like they're like mesmerized by you. They like really listen to you. They have this strong attraction to you. They might really like your eyes, or they might have very pretty eyes. They might also really like your lips. They might like to, you know, like in a position type of way. They might like when you sit in their lap, in and out of the bedroom. There's just comfort here. It's just not caring. It's like not caring about, you know, if my stomach is too big or is my nose too big. Like, you guys really like each other, I feel like, in the bedroom and outside of it. And like if there's a problem, you'll talk to each other about it, and it's all sweet. With the Six of Swords, it's very passionate. You let your guard down a lot with each other, and you let your hair loose. You really get down and dirty in it, I feel like. And some of you might like to do it outside as well with this person. It's just very passionate. They're very protective of you as well, and vice versa. There could be a lot of luck in your relationship as well, and maybe even in the bedroom. Like maybe, I don't know how you would maybe get lucky. Like maybe you met them in a scene where, like, you know, you got lucky that night. So, because I see a lot of green in this photo, and green is luck. So, once again, Cancer. Cancer's lucky color is green. So if you're a Cancer out there, this Four of Pentacles, I feel like again, if you're a woman, I feel like this guy, he really like takes the time to pamper you and to make sure that you're doing all right. He really admires your body, especially your boobs and your arms, and he might give you like little massages and just tickle you like lightly with his fingers or something. But I feel like you really enjoy it. Some of you are like really high class ladies, or just high class people, period. Ladies, gents, whoever you are, like, you're very high class, and this person does not mind, like, almost in a way bowing down to you and taking care of you. And because I feel like they're just mesmerized by how you are and who you are. I feel like they admire the power that you have. So, and then this last card, the King of Swords, the one I couldn't show you. This person could be older than you. I feel like y'all might do some weird stuff sometimes, and people might be a little bit nosy in your business as to what you're doing in the bedroom, but I feel like you guys just don't care. You're just gonna do it anyway, because you're comfortable with each other. I feel like even though one of you was like being pampered by the other, I feel like there is an equal give and take in that. There could be a question as to like maybe other people in your life are questioning like, oh, why are you in this relationship with this person? Why are you being with them? You know, because there's this lady in the picture like looking at them like, what the hell are they doing? Or there could be a third party like kind of peeping to see what y'all are doing, but you're not paid attention to that like at all. Once again, like you're just in the moment. So that's your sex life. So let's see what you need to work on, person who's watching this. So I have my little clarifiers. I made these. So let's see what you need to work on in the bedroom. So I have confusion, memories, and productivity. Okay, automatically I got, some of you cannot remember what your partner likes sometimes in the bedroom. Like you'll forget, and then they'll get like mad or something about it. They'll be like, why did you forget? And maybe you forget every time, and maybe it's not your fault. Maybe you just like, you're so in the moment in it, you just blanks. So a lot of you need to work on remembering what they like in bed, you know, really taking the time to work with them, explore them. Some of you forget like dates and stuff, and like if you set up to have sex like later in the week, you'll forget, and you'll be like, oh, I thought that was Friday, but it was really on Wednesday, you know, because maybe you work a lot. So you need to work on like paying more attention to your partner and what they like, and a lot of you need to pay more attention to dates and stuff. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you. Let's see what your partner needs to work on. So I got victorious, emotions, and courage. So I feel like for your partner, they tend to be very nervous, and like maybe they can't perform for you. Like maybe like a lot of times they'll get insecure out of nowhere, and they feel like they're not pretty enough, not handsome enough, they can't do it, they're doing something wrong, and they might not want to do something because they feel that way. I feel like their emotions just trip them up a lot of the time, but it's like every time they do it though, they're fine. Like they did it perfectly, they did it better than expected. So it's like they need to work on being more open and just being more confident about themselves, and how they do things in the bedroom. So yeah, and another thing, like this person also, they have like ideas that they want to talk to you about, like new positions or new fantasies that they want to explore, and they're like afraid of it. They're like, they want to get the courage to tell you about it, and like I said, they're scared, I think, a little bit. They're scared that you'll reject it, but you never do, because y'all are so comfortable with each other. It's like, what, you're just like, what are you talking about? Of course I do that with you every time. So yeah, that's all I have for you, group 1. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any video suggestions, please let me know down in the comments below. I will totally look at them and pick randomly which one, you know, but I'll make a list of them all. All right, I hope you enjoyed. Bye. Group 2, hello. So you picked this cute little white crystal that you can't really see. So you got quite a bit of cards, but we're gonna start off with, did I explain this last time? I did not. Okay, so how we're gonna start is, we're gonna start with your sexuality, their sexuality, how the sex actually is, and then we're going to focus on what you need to work on in bed and what they need to work on in bed. Sounds good? Good. So I'm using my Goddesses and Sirens deck, and it's by Stacey DeMarco, if you wanted to know, by the way. And the first card I got for you guys is protection. So in bed, you are very protective. You might be protective to the point of not opening up to your partner. I'm getting Capricorn energy, so some of you out there might be Capricorns. Maybe Aquarius. Maybe Aries. I'm just like thinking about it in my head. Crooked camera. No, it's slipping. No. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. Sorry about that. So I feel like you're just very protective of yourself in bed. So you might be kind of closed off or restricted at times. It's like you want to spread your wings, and you do, but like there's something that you're still kind of hiding. It's like if a bird started flapping their wings to fly, and their arms are like, or their wings are like this, and then they're about to fly, but they're not all the way ready yet. I feel like a lot of you are like that, where you'll like spread your wings and get ready to fly, but you're still like hunched over, like you're not ready yet. And I feel like a lot of you are protective. It could have had something to do with something in the past that happened to you. It could be something religious related. Take that with a grain of salt. That's probably going to hit maybe one or two of you. But a lot of you are very just protective in the bed. I feel like you're only really free maybe alone. For a lot of you, you might not even feel very free alone. Maybe this is religious. Maybe some of you feel like you got out of religion and you feel kind of like sinful doing certain things in the bedroom by yourself or with a partner. So, like I said, that's not all of you, so take what resonates. But yeah, I'm seeing something might have happened in the past that could have made you more guarded in bed. So here's your partner in bed, the person you're thinking about. So the first card I got was Oya, which is power. And then I got Gaia, which is creation. So we're going to start with Oya. I feel like this person is pretty wild in bed. But they have a wildness that is kind of like a strategy. Like they know what they're doing, but it comes off as a little bit wild sometimes, but they know exactly what to do in bed. And it throws whoever they're doing it with off guard because they think that, you know, they're just a wild child. They might be a Sagittarius. But if not, they're definitely like just a wild person, knows what they're doing. I feel like this person, though, they have a lot of power over you. Could be a Capricorn as well. They have a lot of power over their partner in the bedroom. Like, they're not submissive. They're pretty dominant. And they just like to run the show, I feel like. And they like to also, like with Gaia, they like to create things. They like to come up with new styles and new moves and like think of new lingerie that you can wear, you know, sexual stuff. You know, they're very creative in new positions and where to do it at, when to do it. Like, they might even think like, hey, let's do it on the roof, you know. And I feel like with knowing this, like, I feel like they pull you out of your shell too, because they have this wild child thing, but they also have a very strong creative energy. There could be a water sign with this as well, because creation is like about waterish energy. I feel like there could be a Scorpio as well. Most definitely Scorpio vibes. But yeah, I feel like there's an equal balance because you're like restricted and they're all like out there. So it's a nice little balance. So let's see how your sex life is together. What's the bedroom? What's going on in the bedroom between the two of you? So I'm gonna try to show you the cards. They're kind of graphic. And yep, that's what I expected. Okay. So I'm gonna have to cover some of the cards up with like a piece of paper because they're pretty graphic. But this is the 10 of Swords. She's naked. Okay, her boobs are out, so I'm gonna cover her. The Lovers came out. This is okay. The 8 of Chalices. And the 4 of Chalices. Man, this crooked camera's like driving me crazy. And now I'm too low. Oh my god, I'm sorry, you're too. I'm not trying to do that. Can you still see me? Hi, how are you? Let me just... Alright, I'm gonna stop the video. Okay, I'm sorry about that. That was like... Ugh. I have like... I don't have OCD, but shit, like, that shit was pissing me off. Alright, I'm cool now. So, I feel like with this 10 of Chalices, like, there was like a heartbreak. And I'm just picking up that with you, there was like this heartbreak that caused you to be very guarded. And so when you guys do it, sometimes maybe you think back like they're going to hurt you in some way again. Like something happened and they're going to come and hurt you, but they're really not. Like, I don't know why I'm getting this, but for some of you, they cheated on you. You got cheated on, not they cheated on you. But for some of you, maybe they did cheat on you. Like I said, with this guy, can't even see it. There's like 3 women near this guy, so maybe you're heartbroken from that. So I feel like you get very shy with this person when they try to talk to you, when they try to be with you, when they are all over you. You're just like, no, 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 and you you try to tell them what to do. I feel like, no, I'm not gonna say it. It was something about the card, but it's fine. Yeah, they're just all over you, and they really like you. Your sexual chemistry, it's just that you're a little bit shy, and it comes off that way in the way you are, and you kind of boss them around. Some of you might be Virgos. You kind of boss them around in a way, like, don't do it like that, do it like this, you know, and it's because of maybe some past things that happened to you. So sometimes, I'm going to pull an extra card for you, actually, because just to see what the cards want to say, and maybe your overall sexual energy with each other. I'm not taking that reversed. Okay, so I can't show that. I have to cover it, but where did that card come from? So this man is naked. I can't show you guys this. Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna just show you like a quick glimpse of it. Like, I'm gonna just show you the guy. But in this photo, there's this man and this woman. They're getting intimate, but in the corner there's this like devil or this man. I feel like when you guys do it, you're like thinking about this person in the past. Like, you feel like this person from the past that you've dealt with, because a lot of you have dealt with this, they are the person that you're with now. They're going to be like that person in the past, or that situation in the past, whatever this was. And that's why a lot of times you can't be like yourself, because there's constantly this feeling of like, this person is going to treat me like that past person did, or this person is going to do something to me and it's going to hurt me like that past situation. So at times this union can be unstable because of that, because you're constantly afraid that they're going to do you wrong. So this is what you need to work on. So I got stability, dream world, reflection, and conflict. I feel like for you guys, you need to work on, I want to talk about this reflection and conflict first, because I feel like, actually let's just do the whole thing. So I feel like for a lot of you, you need stability in a relationship, and maybe you need to find that in yourself, because you don't feel stable, and you won't feel stable with anybody unless you find that. So emotional stability, sexual stability, if that's possible, you know, feeling stable, feeling like nothing is going to hurt you, and that comes from within. I feel like you guys need to work on that. And then, you know, you got dream world, and dream world talks about things in your mind coming to life. So maybe this is talking about being more open about what you want in the bedroom, being more open to what you want to try, and being more trusting in your partner about it, because now you have stability. If you get to the stability first, you know, you get to the dream world part, where you feel like you can just dream anything and it can happen, you know. And that's what, you know, sex should be about. It should be about openness and expansion, if that's what you're into, of course. And, you know, I got reflection and conflict. I feel like, you know, this opening up to this dream world of yours, it's going to cause a lot of reflection, and like really thinking back to the time when you felt restricted and had a lot of conflict in your life. I also feel like a lot of reflecting is needed for the stability to come about, because it's due to that conflict. So this is how your lover is, and what they need to work on in bed. Okay. I got quite a bit of cards for them. So I got relaxation, failure, decisions, independence, and romance. So I feel like, of course, they might need to work on being romantic, maybe before you guys get intimate. Some people can be a little bit jumpy and, you know, just so eager to do it. And I feel like this person can be kind of eager to get with you, and they might need to relax because of that. So that could be something. I feel like they want to do everything at once a lot of the time. So they need to kind of make a decision and just kind of stick with it for that time. I don't know why I got this, but they might like to, this is graphic, they might like to switch holes a lot. If they're a man or a woman, they might be like, oh, switch holes, you know. So they have to kind of decide on one thing and go with it. I got failure. So maybe they have that perfectionism type of vibe about them, where they feel like their strategy has to work every time and they won't take failure for an option. So I feel like they need to relax that and just kind of go with the flow. Sex a lot of time is not about being the best and being perfect. Sometimes it is about making mistakes and learning from them, and you know, just being goofy, because it's just a very vulnerable activity that you do with somebody, and it's not always about, am I the best? Did I do it right? You know, so they need to work on just kind of relaxing in that and just realizing that it's okay to mess up. It's okay to have a little fumble. It's not designed to be perfect. It's literally not. And then we have independence. So maybe I feel like they're in your face a lot. I don't know. I feel like they might have been independent for a long time. So maybe they're a loner, and because next to it is romance, so maybe they don't know really how to be, you know, intimate before the activity. They just kind of jump into it. They're not like, oh, fuck foreplay, you know. They don't like that. They like to just jump in. So I feel like they need to be more open to taking it slow, especially with you, because you are kind of closed off. You don't want that. So I feel like they need to work more on being romantic and taking things slowly. So that's all I have for you, group 2. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like a personal reading, I'm actually doing them now. So I charge, you know what, everything is down below. So if you do want one, I can get one for you. But yeah, everything's down below. So also, if you have video suggestions, put them in the comments as well, so I can do another pick a card reading for whatever topic you want. All right, bye guys. Group 3, last group. Let's do it. Okay, so group 3. So for you guys, we're gonna go over what your sexuality is like, what their sexuality is like. Then we're gonna look at how your sex life actually is, and then we're going to look at what you need to work on and what they need to work on. I was looking at the paper like, that's not how I wanted it to be. So interestingly enough, you have a lot of cards here. You have 3. And this is how your sex life is. So the first card we have is self-love, Aphrodite. These are also my Stacy DeMarco Goddesses and Sirens deck, if you wanted to know. Pomona, Plenty. And Quatesh, Pleasure. So I feel like you guys are confident. You know, it's weird because I picked this group. So this is supposed to be describing me. Alright, so I feel like you guys are confident. You're working on your self-love. For some of you already love yourself a lot. You just feel sexy. You just feel like you are the sexiest thing walking, the sexiest thing out there, finest thing. And people are like, they see it and they don't want to look. They want to look away. Because look at these people in this photo. They're like trying to look away from her. I feel like they want to look away, and they're trying to, because you're so overwhelmingly hot. And I feel like, then we have Pomona, it's Plenty. I feel like you have everything that you need. You have boobs. You have ass. If you don't, you feel like you have enough, you know, oomph in you to go and just do whatever you want to do. You feel sexy. You have everything that you want. You know, your sexuality is like, I got it all, so someone will love me. You love yourself a lot in that. And you're not afraid to have pleasure, Quatesh. You're not afraid to have pleasure. You're not afraid to show off your sexuality and to be more open. For some of you, you might even have multiple sex partners. No judgment. If not, you just have a lot of suitors. I feel like you're very sexually open and you're just like, let it all hang out. I'm here. So If you guys ever seen the movie Dusk Before Dawn, it reminds me of that. Okay, I don't know if a lot of y'all have seen it. I think it's on Netflix. It's like the way her stomach curves, I feel like it reminds me of that movie. And I forgot the girl's name who plays the main vampire girl. But she, like, some of you might like to dance and like to seduce somebody and dance and put them in a trance almost. I feel like maybe these guys are in a trance. You put people in a trance. So if you haven't seen that movie, it's really good. It's like hella old, but it's really good. So I recommend it. It's by Quentin Tarantino, I believe. So go check that out. Dusk Till Dawn. But I just feel like a lot of you are just, you just got it all. You think you got it all. So in turn, everyone thinks you got it all too. So that's your sexuality. So here is your partners, which we have one card. And it's White Buffalo Woman and Peace. I feel like this person is very peaceful, a mediator, might I say. Their sex is not that, wild. It's not that crazy. I think they're pretty simple. They're still hot. They have this like hotness about them that's like kind of fierce, maybe a little bit like, they're just kind of there and they're just hot, Well, you're like, when you walk in their room, you're like, I know I'm fucking hot. Like, these bitches can't tell me nothing, But like, this person is just hot and they might not even know they're hot. And I feel like they're at peace with themselves as well, and they're just like, I'm here, I'm just out here. But like, they're very sexy, and their sexuality is very, how do I say this? It's like it's not all over the place. This person could be a Capricorn. It's not all over the place. It's in one place. They're very strong. They have a lot of power. When they walk in the room, like, they command attention. And their sexuality has the same thing. You probably notice that they command your attention when you guys are intimate. So let's see what your sexual compatibility is like. Okay, so I can barely show you these cards because they're so graphic. Let's see if I have a card to cover it up, because I just threw it across the room. All right, I'm gonna use one of my other tarot cards. So this woman is naked, but we're just gonna show you her face. That's the Empress. She's wearing clothes. This is Temperance. And then this is the Three of Chalices, and they're really getting intimate, so I'm just going to do like that, and there they are. So I'm just seeing like there is a strong confidence with the both of you. You are always ready to go at all times. I feel like both of you are just like, whenever you want to do it, let's do it. We can do it right here in the kitchen. We can do it right here in the garage. We can do it on the roof. You're just always ready, I feel like. And you don't care like about who's around. You're just there, and you're ready, and you're ready to go all the time. But I feel like with that, there's like this peacefulness, because we do have Temperance here. It's always a very nice, balanced, act between the two of you. This person is very protective over you, and vice versa. There's this element of like kinkiness that is, it's like young, but at the same time there's this also mature energy and this balanced energy between the two of you as well. And it's very passionate as well with this three. Like, they like fingering you if you're a woman, or you like being fingered, and they do it. And they like kissing on you, they like touching you. It's very passionate. You guys get very lost in it, and it's beautiful. Honestly, it's so lovely. And all these people and these two, their eyes are closed, so you guys might imagine each other a lot. You might take the time to fantasize about each other, and it's a very comfortable act. And you listen a lot to each other as well. You take the time to really listen. But you're very strong, you know, apart and together. So, but there's most definitely a balance here, and it's very sweet as well. It's always sweet. You always listen to each other. You always make sure you're good, you know. So yeah, that's what I got for your sexuality. So let's see what you need to work on in the bedroom. Am I smelling food? I need to get me some food. Okay. What you need to work on in the bedroom? Okay, these cards are very similar. Alright, so we have cowardice, introspection, empty, and secret. Okay, a lot of you have a lot of secrets in the bedroom. You might have been maybe a bit promiscuous when you were younger, maybe you are now. And maybe you're scared to tell your partner about it. So you keep it from them, but you shouldn't. Because it's like there's this void there as well. Like, it's not like you're being completely honest with them. And you should, because they're your partner. They're going to, if they wanted to leave you, I mean, they would have left by now, you know? I feel like they're not going to leave you over, you say, oh, I did like 3 guys last year before I met you, you know? They're not going to really care about that. They're going to be like, oh, okay, well, they might even tell you the secret. They might even be like, well, I did 5 girls last year, so, I mean, it was protected, but we did it. So I feel like they don't really care about that. And you do, though. I do smell food. I hear the food sizzling. But yeah, they don't care. So don't be so secretive to them. Don't be scared. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to judge you. They don't care. And you feel empty because you just feel like you're not being completely honest with them about it. So there's this void. It's like you want to tell them what you've done because you want to explore more with them. And they would like that if you did it. So go ahead and tell them. And then for them, they need to work on So we have messages, impede, deflection, sneaking, and offer. I feel like this person, they might promise you sex and then they might find a way, like when you guys actually have to be intimate, to kind of sneak away, not in a cheating way. They won't cheat on you, but I feel like they will like run off and they'll like forget and they'll be like, oh, I had something else to do. So I feel like they have to work on like ditching you to do something else. Because I feel like they do it a lot. They might ignore you, or not even ignore you. They're just like, I'm busy, I can't do it. Like, they may have a job, or they do something that requires a lot of their time, and they might message you and be like, oh, we should do it tonight, and then they can't because they're busy, and you just end up falling asleep before they get home or whatever. So I feel like they need to work on being more persistent with that, and not just leaving you hanging, So I feel like that's it. I hope you enjoyed group 3. Like I said, I'm doing personal readings now, so if you would like one, all my info is down below, so go ahead and check it out. I do charge as well, so but I will be putting my email and everything in the description. Also, if you have video suggestions, I would love to see what you guys want to see, because I was really excited to do this reading, but I just didn't know. I was like, I still want other ideas. So if you have any other ones, I will pick some and write them down and everything. So that's it. That's all. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.